Hey everyone, welcome back to Handmade. I'm AV. Today we're going to be glass etching. This process is a super simple way to upgrade your glassware, and I'm going to show you 3 different ways to do so. Let's get started. The first step in glass etching is creating your own design, and I'm going to show you how to make a DIY stencil. I am using an image I found on the web and contact paper. So once you have your contact paper and your image, you are going to use some tape. You tape it down to secure it. Then you're gonna use a craft knife to start cutting the image. Now when you're cutting, you wanna do small cuts along the curve. And you also wanna make sure that you're cutting through the printer paper and the contact paper. And the rule of thumb, anything that's black is etched on your final project. Anything that's white will be clear. You want to make sure your contact paper is intact. The printer paper doesn't matter too much, but this is your stencil. Now that we have our stencil, I'm going to attach it to this glass. I'm going to just peel and stick. Sometimes the contact paper can be hard to peel. What I like to do is like a little rip in a corner where no one's going to see. It lifts up the lining and you can just peel it. And the good thing about using contact paper is that it's repositionable. So if you make a mistake, you can just reposition it. You're gonna smooth out any air bubbles and then it's ready to etch. I chose a penguin because penguins are cool. It's like my favorite bird. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, I really don't have time to cut out penguins, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna show you another way, and it is using masking tape. You can use this technique to create geometric designs. It's very, very chic, very fashion forward. So you can just put tape right onto the glass and create your own pattern. And there is no rhyme or reason to this. It's literally how you feel. You can have a line going down. Whatever design you choose, you just want to make sure your tape is as flat as possible. You don't want any air bubbles because that increases the chances of leakage. We don't want that. Who wants leaky glass? Not me. This is a super easy way to have your own etched glass while, having fun with your friends, drinking wine that will go in the glass later on, or juice. So you want to just spend a little bit of extra time flattening the edges of your tape. Now, once all the tape is completely flat on your glass, you'll be ready to etch. But I'm going to show you our last technique first. AV, I don't want to do any of these. I just want something super simple. Get a sticker, right? A regular sticker. This is H for handmade. I'm going to peel my sticker, stick it on right to the glass, like this. Make sure it's flat. Take some more tape. Put a piece here. Put a piece on the other side, and I was thinking about putting a piece on the bottom. We're gonna put a piece on the bottom. With the tape, you're going to create a border around your sticker. And once you have your border, pow, you have a monogram. Now we are ready to etch. First, you wanna make sure you have on a pair of gloves because you'll turn into a mutant otherwise. And you want to shake your etching solution just to make sure it's thoroughly mixed. You can get etching solution from your local craft store or online. And you're gonna use a foam brush. Going to take your first design and just want to do a double check to make sure there are no air bubbles. Going to take your etching cream, and you also want to keep in mind that anything that etching cream touches that's glass will etch. This means your cell phone, your watch, etc. Be careful. So you want to just dab it on like this and get a nice thick coat and start working through it. Also, it's good to look inside of the glass just so you don't miss a spot. You want a nice, even, thick coat. You work through it for about 5 minutes just to make sure you get all the nooks and crannies. The great thing about this is that the etching cream is permanent and dishwasher safe. So you don't have to worry about it fading in the future. Once it's on, it's on. and that's good and bad, depending if you make a mistake. This needs to sit for 10 minutes, but in the meantime, I'm gonna move on to the other two. Now that I've let these sit for 10 minutes, I'm going to rinse them. Some tips for rinsing. I like to rinse all the cream off completely, then peel any tape, stencils, adhesive completely off, rinse again, then dry. These came out super cute. I'm partial to the penguin, but let me know which one was your favorite. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.